Well, hello again, another little video. This one is to do with a gentleman a little while ago rang me to say that he's got this new loco, Class 66, and he couldn't get the sound and he couldn't get the thing to move whatsoever. He couldn't read TVs, and I said, well, the trouble with them is I can't do much with that, but either send it back or send it to me and I will actually look at it for you. And a couple of days ago now, he sent me an email saying the train is on its way to you, and this is what it actually is. And it is the Class 66, which is the God Save the King, which is got an HM7000 decoder in it, and it's a limited edition. This is the Hornby Club. So it came, and if I can just shift this box out of the way for a minute, and here it is. So anyway, the thing is with these things is when they're always in Bluetooth when you get them, or the decoder's in Bluetooth. To go to DCC, you've got to put it onto an iPad or a phone to make them work, which, as it happens, I've put it on this one. So if I go to this now, and there it is. This is the one I'm talking about. If I just go to here, it hasn't got a picture in it because I've just checked it out and it's back to him. So just do this now, do that. Now then, straight away, this one, of course, is special, so it's not in the system. But there is another one, which is the Coronation Platinum Jubilee one, which is similar. So I actually clicked on this and set it up, and what happens is also, as soon as you link this to that, or any loco you're doing it this way around, is within about 2 minutes you'll get an email with the code reset. You can't reset these under normal decoders such as like 8 and things like that, so you've got to use that code. Anyway, this particular one is now I've set it up for him, and also what I've done, because as you know, if you put it on here, you can't, as I've set it up on here for him, it won't work on Bluetooth with this. He's got to reset the decoder. So basically all he wants is to get this thing running on DCC, which is now I've done. But also, as it now is DCC, I can actually read the CVs and alter the CVs if I want. But the way really to do it is to alter your CVs on here. Now, it's same as everything else, acceleration, deceleration, everything else. If you alter it on here, you've got to alter it on there. Because what happens if you flip it from a DCC to Bluetooth, it's a total different ball game, which I will now show you. Right, so first of all, this one actually plays God Save the King. Now if I actually just click it on, I'll run it without the sound on. Right, now the thing is now if I actually put the sound on, so basically it's got the Class 66 sound in it, but it's got the extra bit, which is this God Save the King. Now if I now press the God Save the King one and run it the same, you really don't hear the anthem until it comes past you, really. You can hear it. As you can hear. Now, as you know, you can adjust the volume for everything, but also if you go into the CVs, you can actually alter each sound function if you want to. Now then, as you saw that was on the speed that I've got it set at, which is on here 70 mile an hour. Right. So in Railmaster, it's sitting at 70 mile an hour. Now if I turn this now, you saw how slow it was, really. And if I now go to here and now put it onto Bluetooth, and we now go to here, we put the engine on again, and if we put this now, wait for this to come up, we now put this up to, if I can get this thing to work properly. That's now sitting at 70 on this. Now watch this. This thing goes round like a lunatic. Look. See the difference in speed? And what that is actually is the fact that on here it's governed by Railmaster. This train in Railmaster is 75 mile an hour total, but on here it's unrestricted, as you can do, as I've got with some of my trains, more so like my 68s over there, because they're not Hornby, they're not in the system. So what you've got to do is you've got to manually use. Now also, as in these new decoders, you've got CV5 and 6, which can control the trains. Now on here it's controlled by Railmaster. Now as you saw how fast that was, now if you took this say to a club and you went away for a minute and somebody turned the dial up full on the speed, that thing would go off like a lunatic. And so what the CV5 and 6 does is it controls it, so it doesn't matter how much you turn that speed up, if you've got it controlled, that's what happens. And that is what I've got with those. Those are controlled through CV5 and 6, the speed curve. So what I'm going to do now is I will actually set it up again under the other one. So I need to now to go back to here. Sorry. Come here. Back to here. Put it back onto DCC. Now this can be turned off. Don't need that anymore. And that, all mine, I've got 7 done. So all mine are all set up in DCC and they all sit on here. So that is that one there. So that is how easy it is to do them. So now this is all set up, I've also increased the volume of the function 20, which is this thing for the God Save the King, up a bit, and lowered the main one down, so it does, you can hear it a bit. But really what you need to do with this is to do this. If I just move this up a bit, so we get it where it's going to be, such as here. So what you do is, by rights, if you think about it, you're going to do this. When they're playing the national anthem, you do not move. You stand to attention. So this train is not going to do nothing because everybody's singing to God Save the King. And once it's done its bit, you can then set it off. Now this one is another HM 7000 one, which I've done. Now this one, which is my Royal Mail one, my halogen, I've just been to Steve at the Hornby, the Hobby Goblin this morning, and he hasn't got any of the 21 pins in at the moment, so as soon as he's got them in, that one can get converted. And most probably also, over there, I've got a warship, which is an 8-pin. I'm going to convert that one as well. So bit by bit, I'm expanding all these sound ones. So it's done that one now. So now it's done, it's God Save the King. You can now start the train up. The only thing is, a lot of these Hornby things, they've got no lights. The Class 60 is got lights on, I don't know, because I originally had one. But most of these now have got no lights, which I like lights, I like sounds. So what I'm going to do with this now is I'm going to set this one off and set that one off. And we're going to do this one down here as well. Now this one is been controlled. So now if I do this, that's about a nice speed for that one. But when you look at this one, it's just pulling coal wagons, which have got weight in them. So this thing is going round nice and steady. This is what you really need to do with your locos and your whether you've got wagons or whether you've got coaches. Run them to what they really realistically should be doing. This should only be doing this anyway. It's pulling wagons. Because one thing is, if this was going fast, when that train stopped, this lot will still keep going. Momentum. So that's what you've got to do, is do it that way around. So as I said, also what I've got with this one now, if I just do that. Now if I do this one again, as it comes round, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to slow that one down and slow both of them down now. And bring this one round as well. Do this, and we'll turn that one off now, and this one off as well. Now, one thing with this one, it's got lights, which are forward and reverse lights. So if I put it in reverse, you can see the tail lights come on, go that way. But also it's got front cab lights on, and it's also got rear cab. This is what I like about it. Now, what I've actually done with this, I've actually taken it apart. I've taken it off, and actually, in fact, there are, I'll just drag it around here a bit. Just here, there's a space where you can put the speaker. And that's the thing, is when you're doing these HM10000, you really need to look at the loco inside to where you can fit the speaker. All the decoders mostly all fit. It's just the speaker is always a problem. So that's what I do with it, to just make sure that, if I can just do that again so you have to see this. Yeah, if I do the back one again, just to show you, it will light up. So that's the thing, is that that'll be the next one I should be changing over. I've had one or two. I've got another chap who's has some design problems with the railway. Hopefully when he's done that, I'll sort him out a track plan and do it for him. But as I say, I had a chap from a couple of weeks ago now from Cape Town in South Africa. He got one of these, which is a 158. Mine's a GWR. His is another one. And as example, I've got this. And what I actually did, I sent him all the function keys for this particular one, all the CVs I've got for mine here, and a couple of days later I got a reply from him saying it's all working fine, thanks very much. So that's the thing, I can do all this type of thing. I can do locos, set them up, I can do track plans, I can do signalling systems like I've got on mine. So if you want me at any time, I'm always here. I'm on 01782 302194. My email address is there as well. Please subscribe, and just under here in the comments you'll see a little bar there which is for donations. So if anybody wants to donate to the channel, please do so, it'd be most grateful. It does keep me going in what I do on the railway. So that's it for now, and I'll see you again soon. Bye.